It is mailbag time here on Seahawks Today. This comes from our Wednesday live show where people submit questions to us in real time using hashtag Seahawks or super chatting, and we react to their questions in real time with the latest happenings in your Seattle Seahawks, with what they have on the Seahawks rumors and news that people want to know. A new era in Seattle with Mike Macdonald. We'll get started and answer your questions in just a moment. Before we do, I want to make sure you guys never miss a moment of Seahawks Today. Not only do you need to subscribe, you need to turn on notifications, set them to all. That way, when we put new content out, you're the first to know. You're part of the Noti gang here on Seahawks Today. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, stay alert, stay active with the channel for our new content. Anytime news happens, you'll be the first to know about it here on Seahawks Today. Gino Truther writes in, who is your favorite hire on Mike Macdonald's new coaching staff? Hashtag Seahawks. So I like the staff a lot, personally. There's two in particular that I really like more than others, okay? I think across the board it's a very good staff. But there's two names specifically I like. One of those is Leslie Frazier. Leslie Frazier is a very well-liked, well-respected coach around the National Football League. He's had success as a coordinator, former Vikings head coach. I think he's going to be great to be that assistant head coach for Seattle, especially with a young head coach, to have a former head coach there that's been there, done that before, to be the one alongside Mike Macdonald's side. I really like the fit of Leslie Frazier. The other one I like is Jay Harbaugh at the special teams coordinator spot. Now, the Seahawks special teams was pretty solid as is last year. But now you fast forward to this year, you bring in Jay Harbaugh, who was the best special teams coordinator in college football the last few years. You got the best of the best when it came to special teams. And for me, I like that a lot. I like the Harbaugh name too, getting away from his dad a bit. Those two hires I liked more than the others, but certainly there were some good hires on that front. Tyson writes in, do you think Grubb's offensive scheme will be more catches for our running backs and tight ends? Certainly hope so. I mean, could it be any less than what we saw in the last scheme when tight ends were completely ignored, when Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet were not used to their full potential? I mean, even DJ Dallas, right? DJ Dallas is a good pass catcher and was supposed to be your third-round pick, was not involved in the offense the way he should have been either. I would think that you're going to see more of the running backs and more of the tight ends play a role and maximize their talent and their capabilities of what this offense can do, of getting these playmakers out in space and capitalizing on their abilities. I would hope that's the case. I mean, we'll find out. But I'm optimistic that the offense, this air raid scheme, we're going to see up-tempo at times. They're going to play complementary football when they need to as well, that you're going to like what you see from this offense, that it's going to get these playmakers out in space and maximize their abilities. How would you grade the new coaching staff in Seattle? A, B, C, D, or F? Weigh in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this group. I like it a lot personally. What do you guys think? I give it an A. Give me your grade on our pinned comment today. A, B, C, D, or F? Let me know. Today's show is sponsored by GameTime. GameTime, the place to go for the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Whether you're looking for tickets to sporting events, concerts, theater productions, comedy shows, and more, GameTime has got you covered. And here's what we're offering, folks. You can get $20 off your first purchase when you use the promo code SeahawksChat at checkout. And it's real simple. You choose the event you want to go to. They got the prices listed. From there, you choose the seat you want. And you got to look for these flash deals because this is a great opportunity to save money. See if you like the seat or not. You're checking out within a matter of moments using Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers as well. They certainly got you covered there. And that $20 off, it's a great deal for those first-time users. Promo code SeahawksChat. Download today. Terms and conditions do apply. I've used GameTime. I've had a lot of success with GameTime when I've gone to see college football games or concerts. You can enjoy GameTime as well, and it's very easy, interactive to use. Download GameTime today. Terms and conditions apply. Link in the comments and description of today's video. Download GameTime today. The Smitty Committee writes in, what are the chances the Seahawks trade DK Metcalf? So this was something we talked about on the channel this week, that it was brought up by Mike Salk of Seattle Sports Radio. I think it's slim. I think it's slim, the chances the Seahawks ultimately move on from DK Metcalf, but it's not impossible. It really just depends on what type of package they can get. The Seahawks have a ton of needs, right? They got some areas, some holes to fill on this roster heading into 2024. That's true. But on the flip side of that, you only have a certain number of blue chip type players, right? Foundational pieces. Foundational pieces to build your team around. DK Metcalf is one of those. I'm not ready to let go of DK in the prime of his career when I got an opportunity to build my offense around DK being the centerpiece of it. I'm not letting go of DK unless it's some offer I can't refuse. And I don't think they would like the return on investment they would actually get. It's not going to be a haul like the Chiefs got in the Tyreek Hill trade a couple of years ago. It's not going to be the case there, so I think it's very slim. Will the Seahawks trade DK Metcalf? Y for yes, N for no. I hope not. I hope not. What do you guys think? Y for yes, N for no, weigh in. Virgil writes in, what is the market for Justin Madubuike from the Baltimore Ravens? Is he in our price range? So I was going over some projections the other day, and it's around 3 years, $55 million is what we're looking at of the market for Justin Madubuike from the Baltimore Ravens. Fantastic player, young guy just entering his prime, really good in pass defense, pass rush, run defense, does everything you are looking for specifically for the Seattle Seahawks, not to mention he played for Mike Macdonald. I'll say this, he is going to be heavily sought after. He'd be a great fit. And Mike Macdonald, I think, would like to have him, but get in line. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to do everything they can to keep him and see if they can bring him back. If he doesn't come back to Baltimore, he's fair game, and it could be possible. The Seahawks are going to open up a bunch of cap space after they get through their cap cuts, and that could be a possibility. There's a chance. You're saying there's a chance. Auntie writes, my bad anyway. Do you think we get Troy at 16, Michael Penix, and somehow somewhere in the second round? Troy's a possibility. Needs some help with the offensive guard spot. He's the best offensive guard in this draft. I think that's certainly possible, and that'd help out the Seahawks team. It wouldn't be a sexy pick going with a guard. I think it could be a popular pick with him being a Washington Husky. Penix, you're not in the second round. You're probably not going to take a first-round pick on him. You have to trade back into the second round to go get Penix. He knows the offense, played under Ryan Grubb in Washington in this offense. I think it's possible. Possible on both fronts. Let's go. Next question from Metcalf Prods, who writes in, here we go. Penix is too injury prone for us to check out. J.J. McCarthy tape. When he throws, he's great. What do you actually think J.J. McCarthy? He's accurate. He's a playmaker. Yes, J.J. So the thing I keep harping on, that I keep going back to with J.J. McCarthy, for me is this. National champion, Big Ten champion, multiple college football playoff appearances, beat his rivals, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State, did all those things. No one is denying that J.J. McCarthy is a winner. Nobody's denying that he's extremely accurate, that he takes care of the football. All those things are good. J.J. McCarthy's never been asked to go out there and win a football game. He's never been asked out to go be the guy because their running backs have been so good. The offensive line has been so good. That's not been asked of him. Not saying he can't do that, but I haven't seen it. And that's my hesitation with taking him in 16. I like a lot about J.J. McCarthy, but that hesitation there has me skeptical as far as if he is that playmaker in the NFL. Last question here. Joshua writes in, if we trade Jamal Adams, what do you think we can get for him? Nothing. A bag of chips? Semi-pro, what did they traded for a washer machine in semi-pro? Who did they trade for the washer machine? Oh, this kills me that I'm forgetting his name in semi-pro. Great movie, by the way. You guys get the idea. Nobody's giving you anything for Jamal Adams. You are going to cut Jamal Adams. He's going to count against the cap. You're going to take the dead cap penalty, and you're going to deal with it. It sucks, but nobody's taking on Jamal Adams. He can't stay healthy, commands a ton of money. And he's not a good football player anymore either. He's a liability. Nobody is giving you a damn thing for Jamal Adams. Sorry. Subscribe now for the latest happenings in your Seattle Seahawks all offseason long. We will see you next time right here on Seahawks.